shouted Danny. He raced down the bank until he reached a sandy clear spot. Here, here, he called. The wild beast followed her with their wild eyes. Jack watched in disbelief as the swimmers changed their course. Suddenly, the all-white beast swam to where Annie stood. He waved him like a traffic policeman. Jack grabbed his backpack. Annie, he cried, let's go before we get trampled. Keep it up, he shouted to the wild beast as he took off after Jack. They ran farther up the river, away from the incoming wild beasts. Finally, they would stop to catch their breath. They looked back. Everything fine. Everything seemed fine. The wild beasts were scrambling safely over the river bank. Soon they would graze on the grass prepared by the zebras. Good work, Jack said to Annie. Thanks, he said. Okay, now it's our riddle. But no, first we got to get clean, said Jack. You look like you're in the mud suit. I pitched laughter right through the air. It sounded mocking and mean. Jack and Annie turned around. They saw two spots of brown animals standing in the tall grass. The creatures had bodies like dogs, but with sloping backs. They laughed again. Haha, said Annie. You don't look so great yourself. What are they? Asked Jack. Said Jack. He took out the book. He tried not to get mud on it as he looked for the picture. When he found it, he read aloud. On the African plains, the hyena is the ruling predator after the lion. It makes a sound similar to high-pitched human laughs. What predators mean? It means it catches things and eat them, said Jack. Oh, said Annie. Yup, the two hyenas laughed again. Then they moved closer to Jack and Annie. Quietly, Jack remembered the hyena has a reputation for being a steep and a cord. They see if their course, whispered Annie. Let's try to scare them. Annie and Hannah laughed and moved a little closer. How? Jack said. Act like a monster, said Annie. No, Jack and Annie made terrible monster faces. They put our hands and rushed at the hyenas. Arrgh, they shouted. The hyenas yelled and started up. Scaredy cats, and he shouted after them. Come on, said Jack. Annie and Jack took off in another direction. They ran around the bend in the river. Jack heard a hyena laughter again. It sounded far away. Good, he said. They're gone. Hey, maybe we can watch over there. Annie pointed, said Annie. He was pointing to the edge of the forest. There was a small pond surrounded by tall grass. Zebras were drinking the water. Yeah, said Jack. It's safe enough for them to drink. The zebras ignored as they walked toward the pond. When they reached the end of the water, Jack set his heavy pack down in the dry grass. He glanced around. No lions were inside, but he then heard something. On the far side of the pond, something very big was coming out of the trees. Be still, said Jack. Jack and Annie still frozen as an elephant stepped out of the shadows. He waded into the pond and dragged his trunk into the water. Oh wow, said Annie. Jack breathed a high sigh of relief. An elephant was going to chase them and eat them. Still, the elephant was huge. Maybe let's sneak away, said Jack. But I want to watch, said Annie. Fine, said Jack. He was tired of Annie getting sidetracked. I'm going to solve the riddle myself. I'll meet you back at the treehouse. He turned to go. A spray of water rained down on him. It came from behind. He shouted with a surprise and looked back. The elephant's trunk was pointed straight at Annie. Cool, he cried. It's giving me a shower. The elephant sprayed her again, then again. The mud slowly rolled off her face, her braids, her t-shirt, her shorts, her leg, and her sneakers. I guess the elephant doesn't mind dirty kids, said Annie, laughing. Her eyes was squeezed shut. Only it was clean and soaking wet. Now it's your turn, he said to Jack. Jack started toward and shut his eyes tight. The flash of water hit him. It did really like a shower, a strong shower. When Jack was cleaning the elephant head out with the grin, then he started to splash himself with the water. Thanks, said Annie. Yeah, thanks, said Jack. I'll speak and swim now, said Annie. When the sun dries me out, I'll be like new. Good, said Jack. No, we can't get serious. He picked up his heavy pack. We have to figure it out. answer to the riddle, so we can leave this place before we run into real trouble. You look around nervously. Where are the lions? You wonder. A small bird fluttered near ahead. He said, "Hi," said Annie. Annie said to the bird. Jack turned back her. According to the riddle, we're looking some gold and sweet. What do you want? Said Annie. Asked the bird. The bird twittered and flew around Jack and Annie. His feathers were too gray, but it had a bright, happy manner. Annie, listen to me, not the bird, said Jack. The bird kept fluttering around them. He's trying to tell us something, said Annie. Jack let out of the long sigh. You're driving me crazy today, he said. But I feel like she needs our help, said Annie. Maybe her babies fell out of the nest. Annie, you can save every animal in Africa, said Jack. This bird is important, said Annie. Trust me. The bird fluttered toward the trees. It landed on a branch and cocked his head at them. He says, "Follow." The bird headed into the forest, and he stared it after it. Don't go in there, said Jack. You might run into. There was no need to finish. The bird and Annie had to disappear. So trees. A snake or a lion, Jack said to himself. Come on. And he called, Down road. He pulled on his back and ran. The peanut